You know, give Iona a lot of credit. It's a team that won 20 games last year under Kevin Willard. You know, Kevin did a great job putting that team together, and Tim Cluse is doing a good job coaching them. It's a really good team. He's got a chance to go to the NCAA tournament.
Looking at the way you guys ended the game, the last 30 minutes of play, how much would you like those first 10 minutes back?
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's been a big issue for us all year, getting off to a slow start, not being mature enough to understand that you can't spot teams at this level 10, points. You can't spot them any points, but surely you can't spot them 10, 12 points and think you're going to come back and beat them, especially a team of that caliber.
Besides Sam sitting next to you, and one of the highlights has to be the foul shooting. You guys shoot 94%. How happy are you with the foul shots?
Yeah, definitely. You know, much better than we've been shooting them the past month. We got off to a good start in the season where we shot in the 70s early in the season, the first 12, 14 games, and then we had a stretch where we struggled a little bit. So I'm glad to see that we're shooting the ball well from the free throw line again. And again, Sam did a great job, and now Alexis, I thought, did a tremendous job coming off the bench for us. And you know, wish we had the same energy the first 20 minutes that we had the last 20.
A career night for Sam. What about his job on both ends of the court, really?
You know, he's still developing. You know, he had a great night tonight. And, you know, I'm really happy for him. He's been working really hard in the gym. You know, we've been talking about being aggressive and, you know, footwork and just technique stuff, but also, you know, what takes place between your ears, because now he's a junior, you know. He's starting to take more of a leadership role, but it's not easy for Sam. You know, it's not easy for any kid to take that role over. He's got to feel comfortable in his skin, and he obviously felt comfortable tonight.
Sam, particularly there to start the second half, I mean, you could see the look in your eyes. You could tell you were going to score. In moments like that, when the game might be getting away from the rest of the team, do you feel like it is your chance to step up and be a leader on this team?
Not exactly. I feel like I should be aggressive the whole game, and instead of just moments where the team needs me or runs getting away. I just feel like I should be like that all the time. Try to, like Coach says, leadership role. You got to try to get everyone together. If you have to, put the team on your back. If you have to.
From a player's perspective, you know, Coach said that the first 10 minutes weren't the best. What's going through your mind as a player and as a team when the energy just didn't seem to be there the first 10 minutes?
A little bit of frustration. You know, can't get everybody to go, myself included. I'm still learning this, and I got to get. You know, if someone has to be that guy, like you said, someone has to get us all riled up, ready to go from the jump, and not just from coming out of half times or timeouts or getting down by 10. It has to be like the consistent.
Coach, particularly on some of the back cuts, why do you guys have so much trouble defending in the paint, and particularly on like the open layups and that sort of thing?
Which one in particular?
Just on a lot of the last two games, there seem to be some cuts where some guys just cut and are wide open underneath.
Which action in particular are you referring to? Is it a backdoor? Is it a slip? Is it a handoff action? Which one is it?
Backdoor.
Oh, the backdoor. Well, honestly, we got beat twice in our last game. We didn't know personnel, and there was one particular possession where there was one kid on the left side for the opposing team who was not a good shooter, and we lost sight of scouting report. So he hugged him, thinking he was a shooter, and backdoored him. Tonight, they had us spread out. We were down. We're trying to make a run. We're trying to be more aggressive, and they beat us on drives. But, you know, they're a good team. But, you know, they beat us once or twice on a few backdoors, but which other ones do you see? Let me know. I want to know.
How about that last bucket with a couple seconds to go? Do you have anything to say, Tim Cluse, about that?
That's how Tim, you know, hey, I got nothing to say to Tim. I worry about Marist, and, you know, I wouldn't do it. But, hey, Tim is his own man. He runs his own program, and I wouldn't do it.
It wasn't a 15-point ball game. I mean, can you still build on something like this? It was a tight ball game with, you know, like 7-8 minutes to go.
Oh, absolutely. You can definitely build on it. You know, there were moments where we had some breakdowns. They weren't back doors. They were pick and rolls. So now when you pick and roll, if we hedge it, they slipped it, and our rotation was bad. So there's a difference between back doors and pick and roll action. They beat us on pick and roll action. So now when we hedge so aggressively, they just rolled to the basket, but our weak side defender didn't get there in time. And when he got there, it was Dorvell Carter, who was 6'5", Alejo was 6'8". So when he got there, it was on the outside, he caught, he made a layup. So we can build on it, but we got to become better pick and roll defenders than backdoor defenders.
Particularly missing guys like Kemp and having Manoa come out, you know, from off a concussion, out rebound them by 10. How happy are you?
Oh, really excited because I think rebounding is one of those stats that you can't hide from. You know, if you're a tough team, you rebound the ball. Now, it may be an ugly game. You may have turnovers. You may not execute as well as you would like. But if you rebound the ball, you are a tough team. And then tonight, we certainly were a tough team. You know, we were undersized, but these guys had enough grit, enough toughness to go to the glass. And, you know, on the offensive end, I was really impressed. We went and got 15 offensive rebounds. The other night we had 16 offensive rebounds. So we're starting to get there. You know, Corey Bauer was really, really good. Dorvell Carter was good. And tonight, I know Alexis gave us a great lift. Came off the bench. I want to say he had 5 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, 10 total points, 2 blocks. So you know, he's another freshman it's taken him some time, but you know, tonight he had a breakthrough as well.
Any other questions?
Coach, when you saw Iona got out to a high-energy start, 10-0, what do you say to your team to try to get them back into the game, thinking about coming back?
Well, when you got a young team the way we do, Iona does a great job of trying to bluff you. You know, they got a matchup zone, and they go 1-2-2 back to the matchup, and sometimes they go 1-2-2 back to man-to-man. You think they're in a matchup. So what it does, it creates confusion. And then now a little timid, a little not as aggressive as I would like. And they do a tremendous job of that, hiding their defenses. So we couldn't score the ball the first 5-6 minutes. They got out in transition, scored the ball, and then once we realized and Sam realized, you know what, it's a matchup zone, you can attack it. Just get to the basket, be aggressive. Felt comfortable, Devin Price felt comfortable. We started getting into the lane, getting layups. You know, that's what I told him in timeouts. Hey, it's a matchup zone. Don't treat it as a zone. Attack it, attack gaps. There are huge gaps. They're just trying to bluff you. Play with some confidence. Let's get stops and push the ball in transition. And we had a spurt where we had maybe 3 or 4 consecutive stops, and that's when we kind of got some easy baskets in transition.
Anything else?
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks.